Global prices for energy have nearly doubled since the start of the Iran war on February 28th. In Europe, we see that the price of Brent crude has doubled to $120 per barrel, and the price of imported natural gas is at $18 per million British thermal units. Here in the US, which is much more energy independent, we still see some price shocks. For example, the cost of West Texas Intermediate oil at over $100 a barrel is a 55% increase from before the war. However, in contrast to all of this, natural gas prices in the US have been essentially unfazed and remain at about $3 per million British thermal units. With these price gyrations rocking the energy markets, the question for us becomes one of what is going to be the impact on construction cost? Hello and welcome to the May episode of the Construction Economy Brief. I'm Michael Gukas, Chief Economist at Construct Connect. Let's get right into the subject of the relationship between energy and construction cost. History shows us that construction material costs and energy prices are highly correlated. In fact, when we look at the data here on those two matters, we see that construction material cost price changes in orange follow closely with changes in energy costs shown in dark blue. This is known as being highly correlated. Several times in the last 20 years, WTI prices surged, often by 50% or more. Notice that in many of these instances, a brief surge in oil prices was followed by a sustained increase in the rate of construction material cost. Of all these instances of rising energy prices, the one that may be the most relevant to today's situation is that from 2018. At that time, steel and aluminum tariffs and a 44% increase in the cost of energy saw construction good prices overall increase by 9%. In today's situation, we can see that tariffs since Liberation Day back in April of 2025 have already put a floor on construction inflation of about 3 to 4% in this chart. If we add to that the increases that we're seeing post-war on energy, again, of around 55 to 60%, when we layer these two factors together, I think it allows us to hypothesize where construction material costs may ultimately end up, which could be at 9% or greater. While managing costs in 2026 is already a top concern for many firms, I'm afraid to say that the job's about to get harder. That's the blueprint for this month. Stay sharp and keep building. If you want to learn more about the latest construction insights, visit Construct Connect's Economic Resources webpage. And as always, you can follow me on LinkedIn.